Hi, I'm QA. Lately I've been having a lot of art block. Not because of a lack of motivation, but because I can't think of anything to draw. I usually draw Gilligan's Island characters, but today I'm trying out different things. Today I'm drawing fan art for Dan Versus. If you don't know what Dan Versus is, it is a show about an angry little man who takes revenge on various things that he believes has wronged him. His best friend is Chris, who can't get a break from Dan, while Elise is Chris's wife, a spy and keeps it from everyone. Surprisingly, this show aired on the Hub with My Little Pony, Pound Puppies, and Transformers. Usually I draw semi-realistic, trying to replicate the photo, but today I'm drawing loosely, very loosely, and I'm also trying to draw with a brush pen. Sorry for the long intro. So here I am roughly sketching Dan. This image is from the telemarketer episode. If I had to pick one thing I've learned from drawing for 2 years, I'd say trust the process, because it looks weird at first, but you gotta push through it. That's what I was thinking with this drawing right here. I wasn't going with perfect for this video, I just wanted to try to kind of sketch and stuff. I also wanted to try to loosen up. The intro was the only part that I scripted for myself. Here, I'm just talking about the drawing, whatever comes to my mind, so if I sound awkward, that's why. Feel free to suggest any video ideas in the comments, what you'd like to see from me. I've never drawn this expression and not this cartoony either. I know it doesn't look exactly like Dan, but I just tried to nail the expression as much as I could. Now I'm doing it a second time, but this time I'm just trying to sketch it. But my problem is adding the details before I should. I was trying to make it easy for myself to sketch with pen for it later on, but as you can see, it didn't really work out. Why did I call my channel A Quick Artist? Well, I am very impatient with drawing. I have to get one drawing done when I'm there. I can't just pause it and do it later on. I don't think I could do that. And I do like mostly just little sketches that take me like 30 minutes usually, but this session I just did very quick sketches. Now we're on to Elise. It would probably be expected for me to do Chris next, but I just decided to do Elise. I like Chris, don't get me wrong, but I also really like Elise and Dan's dynamic because they really don't like each other because Dan always puts Chris in danger and always needs him for his revenge schemes, and Elise is not happy with that. But Elise is kinda like Dan, you see, don't tell her I said that, but she is kinda like Dan herself at times, so you'll see that when you watch the show if you haven't. And I don't know why, but apparently I made Elise anime right in this sketch here. I have not drawn anime in my life, except when I was trying to learn drawing like a few years ago, and I was following like love to draw manga tutorials on YouTube. Now this sketch, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, while I was trying to draw Elise here, she gave me Judy Garland vibes. I don't know what it is, but yeah, so if you see that, let me know in the comments. I'll pull up a picture of Judy Garland right here. So yeah, and I have discovered a new technique with drawing with pencil. To smudge the drawing with your blending stump and then add some details. That's probably just a basic knowledge. That's just basic knowledge probably, but yeah, I just learned that and it really makes drawing smooth and I like it. As you can tell, I ramble a lot. I was trying to put a shadow under her neck, but it looks like a beard, so there's that. And now we're on to Chris. Sweet, lovable Chris. Though he can be a pushover, there are rare moments where he is assertive and does not take any of Elise and Dan's nonsense. I'll pull up a clip right here.
It's up to us to stop this evil menace from destroying countless lives.
As long as we're back by lunch.
Are you coming?
You do not ask me to make cocoa in the middle of the night and then leave before it's ready. But sit down!
Here I'm kind of doing a full body of Chris. I don't know why, because the other ones I just did heads for. But I decided to do that, apparently. Fun fact. The characters are designed after their voice actors. Well, at least Dan, Chris, and Elise. Curtis Armstrong, Dave Foley, and Patrick Brewster. So I'm curious, how do you draw faces? Or if you don't draw faces, what do you draw? I'm kind of getting bored of drawing the same thing over and over, so I guess that's why I transitioned from Gilligan's Island to, like, Dan Versus for now. But I just want to see what you draw and if you draw any fan art for any TV shows. I used to be a traditional and digital artist, but since I've been doing traditional for the past year instead of digital, I cannot do digital without tracing over the image. Let me just put images of Gilligan's Island fan art that I traced from pictures on the screen. Of course, I don't have a drawing tablet, so I guess I didn't have as good results as I probably would have if I bought a drawing tablet instead of just doing it on the laptop. Speaking of things I can't do very well, I don't draw with the Loomis method usually. I've tried watching videos on it, and I thank everybody for trying to explain it to me, but that's not the way I can go about things. But who am I to say, because these two last drawings right here of Dan are just not good. I was rushing through them, I don't know why. Again, I'm a quick artist, and that's a better ring than indecisive or impatient artist, so you know. But I don't know why. And also, that looks like Eddie Munster. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry that was all over the place. If you want to, please comment below. I would love to hear your feedback and your questions.